Hello everyone, welcome back to the PK Scramble 2024 tournament. We're in the Danger Bracket semifinals, and today we're going to be having Staticpulse and javinat0r racing for us. I'm Jay Tolmar, and I'm joined today by Sofnum. While I get these runners started, how are you doing, Sofnum?
I am doing excellent today, and I'm really looking forward to this race. It should be a particularly nice one here for us today. Staticpulse versus javinat0r.
Yeah. It looks like they are both chomping at the bit. I can see them in the race room ready to go. And both have cool looking window flavors, which is very important.
I forget the names of all of them.
What's up?
I forget the names of like the borders.
Oh, this is checkerboard flavor and fall flavor, or maybe it's autumn flavor.
Autumn flavor.
Yeah, the seasonal flavors are good. I'm not just biased because I made them. I like all of the ones that kind of do a more extreme change to the border itself.
Yeah, like the printer flavor or whatever it is,
Printer flavor?
or paper flavor.
Oh, paper. Oh yeah, paper flavor. Yeah, paper flavor is good. That one is Big Shark Z, who is the other largest contributor of the flavors.
Nice.
And then checkerboard flavor is Gabby, who's another person from the PK Hack channel. So we're getting started. The flags for this week are going to be, and this week's just two matches. They're both today, so I guess the flags for today are 5 Sanctuary and Shop Sanity 3. So 5 Sanctuary means that you have to do 5 Sanctuaries and then fight Gygus, or you can do 6 Sanctuaries and Magic Ant, or you can do 7 Sanctuaries and you're done. We haven't really done 5 Sank much since the alternate win conditions, so I don't really know how those play into it at all. Hopefully the runners have figured that out during their practice. And then Shop Sanity means that... So normally shops in PK Scramble will try to be roughly the kind of items that they should be according to Vanilla Earthbound. So like a burger shop's going to have American food, and a bakery's going to have bakery food, and drugstore's going to have drugs, and the other shop at the drugstore is going to have gear, whatever. Shop Sanity 3 means that 3 slots per shop will just be whatever. They don't obey the rules at all. Additionally, if a shop doesn't have many things that it's supposed to do, and it would normally just be like one item, like the Magic Cake shop's always just one item, then the first slots that it uses for Shop Sanity are the empty ones. So Magic Cake's shop would be a magic restoring item and then 3 other things. And while I was doing that whole spiel, I just noticed that both of them did the meteorite hint and I missed it. Sofnum, did you get it?
I did not, unfortunately.
Darn, I should have been paying more attention. Alright, so we've got On It, Tucson, Saturn Valley start, and I completely missed what items they have and what that hint was.
Yeah,
Finds a U.
Yeah, I'm sitting here trying to remember and also trying to pay attention. It's very hard.
Yeah, I find well talking just so hard to read while talking. And Derek's paying attention for us. So they have the Franklin badge. It looks like we're syncing javinat0r up now. The Franklin badge, meteorite piece. So that's kind of funny. They both got the meteorite hint before they found the very easy to get meteorite piece.
I've been noticing this kind of, I guess I'll call it, new route through here where you go to Tucson and then back up. Very interesting.
Oh, for the mice. Yeah, that's oh, I like how Staticpulse just managed to completely hide behind that van for like going across the screen. Yeah, so actually the reverse Tucson mouse thing is pretty old. It's been around for a while, And it actually tends to be something that you just see more and more of as you go into the tournament, and people remember that, oh yeah, this is actually worth it. And it's a major time save to just always have your exit mice, and it is worth it even going backwards. If you have to go backwards, sometimes those enemies can actually be pretty high scale, so you need to be careful about your dodging. But there's also a present there that might be something good. Yeah, Creator is correct in chat. The mice are worth it. It's just, I think the sanctuaries that very obviously don't need mice. That's Rainy Circle and Giant Step. Those don't. Lumine Hall doesn't. But every other dungeon in the game, it is worth it. I think even Pink Cloud, though we haven't retimed it since the fast tropes were added, so maybe not Pink Cloud, but probably Pink Cloud. And those are worth it even if you need one of the mice. Of course, you get two in Scramble, so it's just like double worth it. A lot of yo-yos this seed.
Yeah. And javinat0r is getting through the Frank and Frankie fight here pretty easily, so must be sort of on track, and Key to the Shack is going to be what we're going to go pick up from the mayor here.
Yeah, that's vanilla. Still gotta go pick it up before you'll forget. If you're planning on putting it off, then you could teleport out and save a little bit of time. You still have to go get it, but like if you're gonna teleport back in anyway, that is faster to put it off. I find it very hard to remember that, like that I haven't picked it up and it's still there.
Yeah, it's kind of like that mental, oh, I've done that, but not quite. Ooh, and Staticpulse gets the dodge pretty nicely there.
Yeah, it's always fun when you can dodge that guy. You don't get to do that in vanilla because it's like before you would ever have skip sandwiches. And Drownder's doing that meteor turn in, gonna get another teleport. Hopefully open the seat up a bit. I'm gonna just guess it's gonna be happy based on that badge they have.
Yeah, I mean, that makes the most sense here, and they're obviously, like, just the level that things are at, they're on track. They haven't skipped anything.
Yeah. And we get Lost Underworld. Interesting. So that is not direct progression at all.
Nope, it is sync access, but
yeah, I'm gonna have to guess that Apple Kid is. I mean, yeah, Apple Kid has to be an item that gives them progression, which actually are quite a few options at this point. There's Water Bills, there's Pencil Eraser, there's Tender Kraut with another teleport, and Fly Honey, which just bust the seed open. So plenty of options for what could be the next item.
some nice stutters past these ants there.
Yeah, that's one that's kind of funny, because in vanilla those ants are just always nothing, because they'll be running from you, they're tied to the giant step run flag, and of course you've already cleared giant steps, so they're not a big deal. And then here, you know, those could actually just be really nasty.
Yeah.
So with giant step already unlocked, I don't think they're going to be, you know, end game antoids.
Probably not, but it is something that I always forget when we see them here the first time on a Scramble.
Yeah, one of the things that can be tricky is the enemies that show up in multiple places. They're always scaled to the first place that you get them, which means that mole playing rough, for example, is just always bad. Hand-Aid in the Face Distorter. And I see Staticpulse throwing it on the ground, which I disagree with. It's a good item. It's one of those too good to use items in vanilla, but it's a full heal. It's the second best healing item in the game.
Yeah.
Or life up item. It heals 30,000 HP.
Nice.
Yeah, and then Kraken Soup is 40,000. I might have added an extra 0 on those, but it doesn't really matter because those are both way more than your max HP.
Yeah, it's kind of funny that it still goes up though.
Yeah, it's funny that they're not the same number. It's just like the devs are just jamming whatever number in. And it's like, that's big enough. Chose different ones.
Maybe it was cheaper to not print that path on the circuit board or something if it was 4,000.
Oh, I mean, no.
No.
No, this game was written in C. It's just somebody jammed in a big number.
So we
That looks...
got Static looking like we got the pencil eraser here.
Yep, we're gonna be pencil erasing over. So there's a lot of stuff to do over here. There's 3 checks. One starts out open, one's open because they have the badge, and then the other one needs the cabin key, but I kind of have a feeling that one of the 2 checks is gonna give us that.
Yeah, that would be likely.
Still looking for something to open up the seed, but Tendacrout and Fly Honey would both really do it.
Yeah, and really, as far as the race goes, it's neck and neck still.
Yeah, they've done the same stuff. They're in the same place.
And especially with PRV here, you know, there's going to be a lot of despawning and a lot of enemy dodging, so...
Yeah, I like PRV. Like, now that I'm good at the game and not, like a kid under-leveled trying not to die to all of the exploding trees and things that give you colds. Like, it's a nice area to despawn in, and it's very scenic.
Yeah, I like it because the despawns, it's never just like the same thing, like in the caves and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, oh.
Yeah, I mean, I would play just like a hack that's just 5 times as long PRV. That sounds fun.
A roguelike PRV.
Ooh, just all the PRV you ever wanted.
Yeah, it just continues on forever.
I guess we misspoke. They had the other badge. There's a Franklin badge in there. But we're gonna do the vanilla sequence for Happy Happy, I guess. The Ancient Cave developer actually had like a demo of making generated terrain using a generation algorithm called a wave function collapse. But you can make a nice long PRV out of that.
Yeah, wave function collapse would be actually really good for that.
Yeah. I tried to do Fire Emblem tile sets with that function, and it was not possible. It just really struggles with complicated complicated tile sets with big rivers. Actually, it might be a problem in PRV too, now that I think about it.
Yeah, I don't think... I think the way you do it, I think the wave collapse wouldn't struggle with it as much, but...
I mean, this was Wave Collapse. It's NP complete, so it can get slow if you get unlucky.
Yeah.
Oh, and we got Pokey as the cult leader. And I'm gonna see what he has. So it's not guaranteed that this is gonna be full vanilla cabin key. I just feel like it's going to be. But it could be any of those items that we've mentioned before that could open this up.
Yeah. I mean, Fly Honey would be interesting here.
Yeah, Fly Honey opens up the most. Tendacrout gives them a teleport, and then Water Bills will also get them their next kid.
Yeah. Yeah, Pokey wasn't super nice here, but got through it okay. And there it is.
I
Charo,
blinked.
Fly Honey.
Fly Honey, okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is gonna really bust it open. That's gonna be the teleport that you get up there. It's a sanctuary access, and it gets rid of all the ghost tunnels, which means that they're going to have Threed, Dusty Dunes, and Foreside all open up at once they finish that out. Which is just in time, because there's going to be a kid check there, and it looks like Staticpulse's inventory is just completely slammed. Yeah, that's mostly real items.
Yeah, that's rough. not really something you want to drop.
Yeah, there's a lot of things you can't drop. It's full of key items, and then exit mice. Looks like Static's going on it to just clear out that sanctuary for like having an inventory slot. You can just use the key and dip, but I think that's kind of a waste of time. We'll see if he does that. Does not just decide to dip. Also doesn't check the item they give, which was probably just a travel charm this seed. You know what I haven't seen this seed is somebody go shopping, even though we've got the cool shop flag.
Haven't spent a lot of time in towns.
We've had like 2 unlocked, so 3 unlocked. Plenty of towns unlocked. I also saw javinat0r found a bazooka, didn't have room for it, and then decided to just eat a cup of life noodles because that was like that's how slammed his inventory is. The only consumables in there were that and a repel sandwich, so it's interesting that the repel sandwich is worth more than a cup of life noodles.
Oh, I agree with that choice. I think that is correct.
It's probably right, but it's very interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. I haven't seen an inventory slammed seed this entire tournament, so that's kind of nice. Let's see how they handle it. Rizu, you can use the life noodles to cure cold, so you're right, at least not well. Yeah, both are taking out sanctuaries now. I like Static's version a little better, where it's the sanctuary that gets rid of an item.
Yeah, the sank that eats an item is probably better.
Though in there he found a repel, so now his inventory is once again just completely slammed. Also, if you just went and used that fly honey, like, that does eat up an item, so it might make sense just to go do progress. They might think that the levels might be hard. So, reminding the flags this week, we've got a 5 sank base seed. It still includes the +1 sank for Magic Amp, +2 for Instant Win, and it's Shop Sanity 3, which means that every shop has 3 slots that could be any item.
There's nothing big that's a key item. Cool. They haven't really gone shopping like we were talking about, so...
Yeah, they started with a T-ball bat, which is, like, you get that sometimes, it's kind of lucky, and, like, you don't really need a new bat for a while if you start with a T-ball bat. Alright, so Static is on to the Fly Honey Dip. But yeah, their inventories are just slammed with key items. They have a useless police badge in there, is I think probably the biggest problem. So, you know, actually, dropping a exit mouse might make sense. Because you are allowed to drop them, and it's still worth picking one up, so, I don't know. As long as you have one in your inventory, you can just go get the other one later. Also, when I was listing dungeons that you don't need to exit mouse out of, I did miss the one that Staticpulse is in right now. Belch Base is not worth using a exit mouse on, of course. All the tunnel-shaped ones aren't.
Right. It's more of a tunnel than a dungeon, really.
Yeah, Pyramid, of course, unless you find your go mode item on the bottom and don't want to go check the teleport. And javinat0r taking a death at the end of that. That's rough. I wonder if he's just going to leave. There is that repel in a box there, so, like, leaving that for when he has inventory room sounds nice to me.
Yeah. I guess that's the play.
Yeah, I don't mind leaving there. It looks like he's also going to go clear out on it. They must have both just been kind of spooked by the fight against Pokey and decided that progressing further into the seed was going to be a rough time. And we've got a Burpin Cop.
Yeah, I don't. Did they do something special to him? 'Cause it just seems normal to me. Oh, Strong's pretty.
Strong. Oh, there he
Yeah,
goes.
that
Yeah, Strong
was.
doesn't scale as nastily as some of the other bosses, so can
Oh, yeah.
also he's not that tough. It's just horrible in all of the speedruns because like by that point you are actually starting to feel that you're underleveled and you don't have BBRs yet.
Yeah, maybe. It feels like. I think it's more that you just remember those times that he suplexed you 3 times, right?
Oh yeah, every time that you miss a rockin' on him, it's just like, well, that stinks.
Yeah, yeah, and that's your mental, like map, your mind map of. Like,
Yeah, that's fair. And it is kind of hard to separate your first run and your vanilla runs from how it's going to be in Scramble. Like
yeah,
Monkey Cave. Monkey Cave's fine. It's no big problem. But of course, when you do it in Vanilla, it's awful. You do like casually. It's just going to be there forever.
still need like notes for Monkey Cave.
Yeah, I think a post-it note does it. I'm rusty now. I don't have it memorized. I used to be every item that starts with a P or an R, and then you do the things. But of course, it's a lucky sandwich, not a repel sandwich. So, ruins my mnemonic.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, forgetting pencil eraser into the monkeys. I may have forgotten that when I designed this rando. That and the King Banana. The monkey invitation probably would not exist if I remembered that the King Banana existed.
Oh, yeah, that makes
All right.
sense.
And we got a Paula. Opens up a check, and also opens up inventory space, which I think everyone will be very glad to see.
Here, Paula, hold all this. Stop.
Here, have this bazooka. You can't use it, but I could use the inventory space. And Javinator is trying to avoid a dinosaur and almost getting the Spinosaur cutscene. Alright, looks like Static's going to be... Oh, I thought he was going to be doing the Everdred check, but it looks like he's starting by... selling stuff? That's like equipping Paula. I haven't seen anyone go into this department... Oh, okay. He's just using the ATM.
We're just getting some money.
Yeah, I thought he was going to go shop there. Like, nobody shops in the department stores. And you get to look at the super cool sped up escalators. They go way too fast. Yeah, they go way too fast because I wanted to sync them up to the animation, and there are only so many speeds that animation can function at all.
Right, makes sense.
A lot of shade for Jeff in the chat. He hasn't even done anything to deserve it yet, this seed.
I mean, he's in a cage in, happy, right?
How about his poo?
Oh, I maybe misremembered.
One of us did. We'd say it's 50-50, which one?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, so it looks like the Grimace is actually quite difficult for Staticpulse here. Taking a while to get through. Yeah, 180 damage just coming out swinging. And bashing for 1, so you basically just have to hope that Paula has enough psychic points to get through that. I don't know if the Grisant is a good idea. But you are better at this game than I am, so... Ooh! And he spun something around right on the last... Yeah, that's rough. Go for prayer strats. Never give up. Never... Oh, there you give up.
Didn't ever give up, but had to restart it. That is rough, though.
Yeah.
That's some pretty high scaling for our friend Gary in general there.
Yeah, it can be tricky. There's nothing to judge the difficulty of that. It's one of those pocket checks that's sometimes just like way out. That and Boogie Tent can just be like, yep, that's just way nastier than anything nearby.
Yeah. Just like, oops, I guess the AI did it last.
Yeah. They have so many checks open that there's just going to be a lot of, like, where do you go next kind of thing. If you're cleared up on sanctuaries, it's the sort of situation where checking a hint man is good.
That's a Mr. Saturn coin.
That's a very good coin.
Yeah.
It looks like Java's finished up another sank. I find it interesting that he's not doing Milky Well, but there you go. Also,
I mean,
just realized that they have 4 sanctuaries. It's
five.
I guess we need.
So
It is 5 sank, but they already have 4.
Yeah, I mean, the Lost Underworld thing kind of to me just feels like I get rid of an exit my mouse for value, maybe.
Oh yeah. It also looks like the zombie paper is in Stonehenge. So
Oh, that's good.
yeah, it's great. It means we don't have to do Stonehenge for sure.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that is like that's a phone call that you really don't want to get if you don't have a teleport to Saturn Valley, and a fantastic phone call if you do. Diadem of Kings, OK pendants. Hey, that's its vanilla location. Giant air quotes around vanilla. For anyone who doesn't know, the OK pendant is added to Scramble to smooth out Geiger scaling. It's a pendant that resists all elements just a little. And for leveling purposes, it really is that shop that it is considered to be in vanilla. And javinat0r's meme is Shred Swirl memes.
Go ahead and save it, which I always approve of.
Yeah, it's a good save spot too. Diamond.
Diamond mine.
Going right for it. I might actually put this one off a little, because the diamond just goes straight into another check. I guess you don't have to walk back here if it does become necessary. They are very close to just being good to go, because they have 4 sanctuaries. They need 5.
Yep.
They have
I've already
Paula
got the
and
meteorite piece. And
Yep, and Paula and the Saturn Valley. So they really just need one more spot, and there are at least 2 items that would get it to them that I can think of. The bubblegum and the San Banana would both do it.
Well, oh, never mind.
Yeah.
I was mixing some things up. Yeah, Sign Banana would do it.
Yeah. For anyone coming back in on ads, you just missed some dungeons and talking about what they need to continue on the seed.
I missed who the boss of Bull Cave was.
Oh, I didn't, but I already forgot. We'll see in another one in just a second.
Yeah. Okay. She has a power that's really quick. Oh, it's Smile.
Smile. Yeah, it's pretty funny that... So, Tent is 3 sprites, so I never went in and made a combined sprite, so it's always just the Smile.
I think that's better.
I can't change it now, yeah.
Yeah. What you've done cannot be undone.
That's true. Right, Java are getting the Winter's Teleport, and also, of course, all of the Tunnel Ghost accesses. Staticpulse already did that, but Staticpulse is not completely in the lead. Java has cleared out a bunch of sanctuaries. And by a bunch, I mean 2.5. Somebody drop a Viper. How dare you?
Yep, we dropped the Viper.
Javinator goes to go shopping, and yeah, it is. You lose an Ori point.
I mean, that is a punishment. Be fair. Their Javinator was
Javinator gonna beat the. Oh, they're just racing that taxi. We're gonna look like he was just gaining on it.
just like power walk into Threed.
Yep. Oh, watch out for hippies.
Luckily, hippies are slow.
Yeah, everything's slow, and you've got permanent skip sandwich speed. You're just as fast as a bicycle.
Ah, yes, the bicycle.
And I would eat a sandwich that made me as fast as a bicycle. That sounds nice. Though, it only lasted 10 seconds. Really not matter that much.
Yeah, I forget what condiments are supposed to be good with it that would clue us into how it tasted.
Oh, it was something weird. I can't remember. I used to know. It was like a tin of cocoa or something ridiculous.
Oh, okay.
I could just be giving you misinformation. It feels like it. It feels like it was something it shouldn't be. And it does actually increase the amount of time it skip sandwiches you.
Javinator managing to call Dad before the lady walked off the screen.
Nice.
So we get our Paula here.
Paula. Finally, Javinator has inventory space.
Here, hold some stuff.
Let's see how much junk he drops off on her. He has the Franklin badge, so there's at least one item you just really want to.
Did we drop the zip code?
I think so. I think it's reasonable. Like, you really don't need to hold on to weapons for kids who aren't in your party. Unless, like, you are right about to pick up a kid check, it's just not worth it. And if you do want to hold on to one, it's often better to hold on to, well, if you don't have Paula and Jeff, then holding on to, like, a good slingshot's kind of okay. And looks like Javinator is also going to get Grimaced. But gonna spend less time fighting the Grimace and just take that forfeit.
Yeah, probably a good play. Nice use of the forfeit button. Pretty recently added, right? Like,
yeah, I was gonna say last version, I think it's 2 versions ago now. It was right before the tournament.
Yeah.
Creo, we have no idea what the Grimace is guarding. Guardian?
So we go ahead and turn in our diamond here.
Yeah, so with Threed already unlocked, this is just you get some random item. Could be good, could be bad. It's vanilla. That's go mode. Alright, I poo-pooed this idea, but it looks like it was the play.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Static has go mode for a 2-kid clear, giving that bus a healthy distance of avoiding. You do not want to get sucked by the bus.
Do not ride the bus.
That bus used to be slightly closer to the door, and people would get sucked into it a lot. Although I was very pleased that you can move that bus, because it goes into a cutscene, and they're very fragile in this game. I really expected it to be just like
Like
no chance.
impossible to move.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it turns out that it goes from wherever it is to a specific point. You could probably put it anywhere in Foresight and it would work. It might look stupid if it wasn't on that street, but it would work.
So we're just gonna take the garbage cans instead of the roaches there. That was kind of unfortunate. Getting pincered.
Yeah, I would take the roach fight instead. The garbage cans are kind of tanky and have mean attacks.
We're just gonna sign it down, I guess.
Yeah.
If that's the plan, then maybe it doesn't matter so much and this is forward. I don't know.
Yeah. So javinat0r is skipping out on the diamond check, which we do know is the way forward. Of course, it is possible that Moonside, where he's heading, is also the way forward. A pack of bubblegum would also bring this along. javinat0r also only has to clear out one sanctuary to make the hint man useful, and probably tell you which way would be good to go. So it does look like, I think Staticpulse has pretty good advantage here, though javinat0r has cleared out 2 sanctuaries, so it's not as far ahead as it looks.
Yeah, it's gonna be highly dependent on what it says.
Yeah, if this item is something useful, then javinat0r's still in it. If it's not, I think Staticpulse has a pretty commanding lead. Of course, this is a lead into a Gygus finish with 2 kids and 5 Sank Gygus. So 5 Sank Gygus is going to be worse than usual, and we've had some rough times with Gygus lately. Anyway, key to the cabin. I'll be a 3 kid, 5 Sank Gygus.
Okay.
I would pick up that Jeff. This is gonna be a boss. Static's getting the phone call. I don't think he even read it, but it says that the zombie paper is in the Stonehenge base dungeon.
Static is immediately off to Happy Happy.
Yeah, looks like... Oh, he remembered that he left a repel there. That's heads up. I like that.
Well, and
there's another one in
another
this
one.
cave.
Yeah.
Also, I noticed on javinat0r's side, the boss of Moonside is the wrong statue. It's Ness's Nightmare. So that's going to be a little rough.
I think you're right. I think this was Pooh. Because there was a pretty nice Jeff weapon to take. But maybe he's has to check this yet. Oh, meme.
Memes. Memes! Question? Memes?
Memes? I guess.
Yeah, it kept changing.
Oh no, it is Jeff.
Oh, I was wrong. You were right. Congratulations. This actually opens up more checks if you want them, and he's gonna have an item, which could be something
He's
useful.
gonna have an item, which...
If it's the, try to look rather than... Oh, it's a Hawkeye.
Yeah.
Good eye. I was gonna say, if it's the bubblegum, that's actually, like, I would take that over the Gygus fight in this circumstance.
That's what I was thinking too, is if it were... like... you know... I guess we don't have to lump yet, which is a little bit weird. I was thinking carrots.
Oh, yeah. You just kind of assume that we have Dalam. Can't blame
Yeah. It's almost always like one of the first 3 you get. I'm just...
Yeah, it's a common one. That and Winters are required to be in the teleport pool, and that does make them more common. Ooh, Jeff has a Moober. I didn't notice that. Picard's Nightmare. That sounds even worse than Ness's Nightmare. It's probably Q. Technically omnipotent. A really good jank green soil on Staticpulse's side. Well done. Got that bear. Yeah, Job's having a rough time. This is probably a post, I guess, boss, given what we know. So hopefully gets there. It should be useful at least. I don't know how he fell asleep, but that is useful too.
It's the third sync, though. Oh, no, Staticpulse is third.
Makes sense. Javinat0r had a tough time with it.
Yeah.
Right, and Javinat0r's through Ness's Nightmare. I mean Picard's Nightmare. I mean Q. I feel like every race, the runners get further on that part of the cutscene where Ness can move and you can't see it. Pack of bubblegum. There you go. That is 5 sank for Javinat0r. I doubt that he's going to go find out that Mines is 6 sank, but that is go mode for him. So there's some route diversions here. I think Javinat0r's gonna have higher level stuff that he has to fight, but it should be fine. It'll make the Magicant boss easier, or the Bagus boss easier. So remembering to take a heal, that's good.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh, Static took a bonk on that one teleport that's supposed to be free.
Yeah, I was told this was free.
I must have pressed a button, or something very strange happened, one or the other.
Yeah. Sometimes strange things happen. It's kind of like
It's true.
Earthbound.
Yeah, this game has bugs. Javinat could have dodged that bat, but I don't blame him for turning around. It looked like it wasn't going to happen.
Static. No. Oh. Fire Cave.
Fire Cave, the inspiration for the Repel Sandwich.
I see. That would be quite useful there.
Yeah, it's so slow, it lags.
Oh, and Staticpulse does use one.
They cut a lot of them this seed, so I think it makes sense. I think they have enough to use one on a bad sanctuary and not have to save them for the final dungeon. Using 2, that I did not expect. But I haven't been counting the sandwiches, so maybe they do just have enough. Javinat is going to go get revenge on Trillionaire Sprout for beating him up much earlier this seed.
Everdread not giving Static nearly as much problem as the Javinat0r, but
Yeah, Static's much higher level. Yeah.
Boo, Leslie, boo. So
And see if Javinat can do this teleport. Yeah, it works when Javinat does it.
I mean, I've seen it work.
It's supposed to work every time.
Yeah.
I've been told, and I have repeated that it works every time.
Nice.
More repel sandwiches for Staticpulse. It must have a lot of them. This is a good dungeon to use them on too. It's super crowded. Okay, chat, which one is Fart Cave?
It's the Sprout Cave between PRV. No.
Oh, between PRV and Tucson?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. I don't think that's quite repel worthy, but I get it. That cave does kind of suck. Alright. Everyone get your Tessie emotes ready. I think there's a Tessie coming.
Yay! We're gonna
Yay,
bubble
Tessie.
gum.
We have Welcome.
Oh,
We're gonna
we
have one.
got
We're gonna have one of those rare one Tessie seeds. Derek's a little early. Cool, and Rizu a little early.
still a touch early.
That a cyborg? Oh, it's a troll Tessie. What's going on with that Tessie? Alright, here we go. I'll get your Tessies out. There you go.
Never too soon to tuss.
Yeah. I would say the only time you shouldn't is between entering Winters and when Tessie shows up. Just spam it the whole seed, otherwise who cares? It's Tessie.
Tessie is great.
Yeah.
Why not spam Tessie? Please take your cash.
Alright, we got that big.
Nice
Oh, he already
shot.
has one. Night Pendant. Rice Squirrel. Wait, was that an MBR? No, that was in his inventory. It's like, what? That can't be right.
What? No, Mr. Saturn Arms dealer?
I guess not. With the Shop Sanity on, any of these could have big bottle rockets. I think we're deep enough in the seed for those, at least.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess the other two were super early, so no, they couldn't. Dusty Dunes for Staticpulse. Oh, he's looking for gear. I guess the OK pendant was over here, so maybe he just wants one for Jeff. I also sell Diadems of Kings there, which is slightly better than OK pendant for that other guy. Bye, Tessie. Javinator's motoring along. I think this is his last sanctuary, so they'll be pretty close together.
Yeah. We'll kind of have to see too. I mean,
Yeah,
I guess it can be mean.
yeah. If Static wipes, then Javinator's actually going to be in a better situation for a Gygas fight because he'll have more levels. But speaking of Gygas, we are at the time to start guessing who's Gygas' assistant going to be. And as per usual, I'm going to be guessing Frank. How about you?
Most of my usual guesses we've seen already, so I've got to kind of dig a little bit deeper on this one. Maybe Diamond Dog.
It can't be Diamond Dog. It's on the safe bosses list.
Oh, okay. Maybe Frankenstein then?
A good guess. Derek's also guessing Frankenstein. We've got a Shroom, a Strongest Mole, a Kraken, a Rat, a Boogie Tent. We have seen the Boogie Tent.
We've seen Boogie Tent. It was...
We've seen 5 of them.
Mole, yeah.
Oh, I missed the pond again. One of these days, I'm going to remember to look at Pond Cave while the pond is on screen.
Oh, yeah. I usually do, actually. I get to see the pond a lot. I'm going to save real quick. Probably.
Yeah, makes sense. Pretty safe. Can't think of anything this item could be that would be super relevant, but it could be. Technically, UFO engine would give them 2 sanctuary access, or 1 sanctuary access, but not like in a useful way. Good item if they wanted to continue the seed, but I don't think you're gonna keep digging.
Ooh, Platinum Band.
Yeah, pretty good. Might keep Paula alive through Phase 1 Gygas, which is definitely what you're thinking about at this point. Alright, who's it gonna be? We're almost to the cutscene. And it is Titanic Ant. Do we have any Titanic Ants? No.
I don't see any ants.
No ants. Well, just like the Apple of Enlightenment, chat could not have predicted this. Oh, and there's Frank, so... I could have had a different guess if Javinator had gotten there slightly sooner.
Come on,
But
Javinat0r.
yeah, come on, Javinator. Don't you know that there's trying to guess the thing on the line? Yeah, that wasn't gonna be my second guess though. Alright, Staticpulse got through pretty easily. I assume he just used the MBR. And kind of a cool shade of Gygus today.
Oh yeah. Kind of looks like the screen. I mean, it always kind of looks like this color palette.
Yeah, it looks like it looks like when you do the simulation of red-green color blindness. Everything of those colors. Alright, and Javinator's on to the final gear check. Oh, he's not. He's got another sanctuary to go. Another nice shade of Gygus, very purple.
Oh, we're on purse.
And Dee's girlfriends are praying for him, even though he's not here. Purple Gygus.
We're reflecting the Minch family.
The Minch family. Oh, unorthodox.
I didn't know they knew how.
I mean, some of the aliens are in the list.
I don't know. The aliens seem to be a little more reverent than the Minch.
Oh, that's true.
There are quite a few aliens.
There's like 80 things in that pool, so a lot of weird things. Swamp monkeys and co. We haven't seen them this seed. Photo Man, well acquainted with spinning. I don't really know the weirdest thing in that pool. I guess Ness's family, just because the dog always glitches.
Oh, yeah. I mean, the dog's always good.
Dinosaurs!
We saw some dinosaurs today.
Yeah, now they're praying for R and his friends.
I like the dinosaurs. I think you have to go to Fire Cave.
Yeah, dinosaurs are nice. Everyone likes a dinosaur.
I like the dinosaurs. I like Fire Cave. Even though it's laggy.
And if it wasn't laggy, I would like it so much, but I think the palette animations in this game lag. My guess. Pray safety, Randon friends. Alright, looks like Staticpulse has probably got it, so get ready for the GGs. Yeah, good race. And also remember to tune in, well, whether or not this finishes right now, it's possible it doesn't. But remember to tune in an hour, we have another race, we just have a little bit of a gap. And that's going to be Mick McGurk versus Sitake.
Yeah, which should be another heck of a race, just like this one.
Yeah, we're getting to the point where just every matchup are super good runners. So, yeah, that's how tournaments work.
Yeah, all of the people like me are gone.
Yeah, we just have a bit of cutscene. Javinator's taking the Gygus route, so we're not going to have super snipes.
Javinat0r just get through the cutscene. I think probably has been saving the repel sandwiches, and so we'll just get 2 Gygus here pretty quick.
Yeah. I expect Javinat0r will be clearing up in like 5 minutes or so. It's about how long it takes to go through a Gygus. maybe a little longer. He's only got 2 kids, but he's well leveled, well geared. Should be pretty quick. Doesn't have a workout. Maybe not.
Or didn't use one opening there.
Wants a level? I don't know. All right, get your GGs in. Well done, Staticpulse.
Staticpulse. I do believe Static did mention before the race that he would be
That's right.
able to join us, unfortunately. So
yeah, I'm gonna see if javinat0r wants to hop in. Welcome to hop in before finishing. But otherwise, yeah, the next race is in an hour. Well, an hour and 5 minutes as of right now. So, go get a snack, go do your chores. That's what I'm gonna do. And get ready to hop back in and watch Mick McGurk versus Itake.
there we go. Like I thought he picked up at least 2 of them.
I thought he had a bunch of them too.
Just gonna... Oh. Ooh. We'll take a respawn there. Ooh, gross.
I saw a carbon dog on Staticpulse's spoiler log, but I didn't see where it was.
Oh, I didn't. I was watching javinat0r try and dodge the spawns here and favor the pass.
Yeah, looks like they got. Oh, we have to do another guess on who it's going to be. I think it's going to be Ant.
Oh, right.
It's a Yolk. Alright, so Staticpulse isn't going to be able to commentate, but he does say that my menus were pretty bad. Didn't think playing so much Unicorn Overlord would mess up menuing, but EB is a bit weird with those menus sometimes. I don't know what a Unicorn Overlord is.
The game. That's actually all I know about it, though.
Ogre Battle. Haven't played an Ogre Battle in a while.
Ogre Battle's great.
I only played 64. Oh no, I played both. I didn't beat either, but I enjoyed playing like a third of each.
Yeah. Like we're doing typical 2-kid Gygus things.
Yeah, littles.
Freezes.
Yeah, it's not really that much harder once you get past phase 2. It's actually kind of easier afterwards.
Right.
All the Gygus' stuff is multi-target, so like you don't really have extra meat shield.
Right.
So it's just how much damage you have. Oh,
There we
alright,
go.
we're into the rest of the phases. So we just have to count down those prayers and we'll be good to go pretty soon.
Make sure that card heals Troy.
Looks like javinat0r is gonna try to join us. I offered to. Oh, javinat0r! Welcome in. Well played, well fought. Oh, there goes my phone being annoying.
Oh, thank you.
Oh.
Welcome in. Yeah, sorry about the loss. How do you feel about the seed?
Um, like, I didn't play very well. And then that was a little bit. I can't remember honestly if I'm on phase 3 right now or not.
Yes.
Yeah,
I am on phase 3. Okay.
We did interrupt you to bring you in. Oh, there goes your signal.
Yeah.
Oh, you're back. Okay.
Yeah, I didn't play very well. Like, there were a lot of red swirls that were happening, a lot of kind of risky takes. I was really struggling because I couldn't find a weapon for Ness, and I know Shop Sanity 3 was on, and I was basically just really hoping that that wasn't the answer, and that the answer was in a bin somewhere, or I'd find another kid. And so I kind of had him going as long as I could, but it resulted in a lot of really slow fights. Unfortunately. So that coupled with some lackluster execution is, yeah.
I noticed that you started going for sanctuaries and didn't do the fly honey check. Was there any reason that you were doing it in that order?
So the first one I was just doing out of, like, the, going for the happy, like the sank there. That was a dumb move. I probably should have just backed out. I went for it because I was there. And I probably should have backed out. Given that exit mice were so easy to get, realistically, I should have just used an exit mouse when I almost died on that one fight. But I was kind of curious to see what the boss was there. So I wasted some time doing that. Otherwise, it was just to get levels. I didn't really see a kid on my horizon. So, and I knew that Lilliput, I think it said it was third sank, so I figured the two I already had were 1 and 2, and then so I figured maybe Jar of Honey was 4, and that scared me a little bit, or at least like 4 logic or something like that. So I was kind of like, okay, I'm gonna go do these checks, I'm gonna go do these sanks, get some levels, and then I'll come back and do some stuff because I was really worried I wasn't gonna find Paula.
Oh yeah, Paula and you already know where Paula is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well fought. It's closer than it looks. Like you ended up just behind by like one Gygus fight.
Yeah. Like I'm not super upset with how I played. Like a couple guesses a little different. I'm really glad I backed out of the mines.
Oh, actually, so Staticpulse did do the mines. The mines item was diamond, which turned into the cyan banana, which was fifth.
Oh, interesting. So yeah, so my logic there, I'm good with my logic because I didn't have the 4-side teleport yet, so it would have been kind of risky if it didn't work out, because I would have had to walk all the way back. And then, sorry, a lot of I'm trying to like play and talk at the same time. My brain doesn't do that. But yeah, the thought was that I only needed one more sank, and I knew diamond wasn't going to directly get me to a sank, so I figured I'd check moonside to see if I got something that did.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm happy in general with the logic there. Like it's neat that diamond worked out to be 6 sank, but I feel like that was a risk. So
Yeah,
I'm okay with that decision.
I probably would have made the same play, but it did pan out in Staticpulse's favor there.
But like what I didn't like was that, like, when I talk about execution, I walked in there, I stood there for a sec, thought about it, then I got out and then went all the way to 4-side. And it's not a huge time loss, but those things add up, and then it ends up being like about a 10-minute difference. So yeah, just Staticpulse is super good, and I just needed to play a little bit cleaner, I think, to beat them. So GG to them, honestly, and it was a lot of fun for the tournament. Yeah.
Yeah, congrats on getting so far into the tournament.
Yeah, thank you. I wasn't supposed to beat Temple last week, so I'm pretty happy with what happened anyway. So
Yeah, beating Temple is a feather in your cap. Temple's very good at these things.
Agreed.
Alright, looks like that was your yeah, that's final prayer, right?
Yes.
Alright, well, GG.
Thank you very much. And the next one is in an hour, the next race?
Yes, it's in 55 minutes. So we're going to be there, or be a quadrilateral. So, yeah, we're going to cut stream between those. So everyone go ahead and get yourself some popcorn, stretch, get some water, say hi to your dog. I don't know what you do between streams. But come back in an hour. We have Mick McGurk versus Sadake. And then I have to figure out what next week's flags are going to be because it's already time to announce them. So I'm going to go do that.
Enjoy the snake tag, everyone.
I have to go check
no.
I have to go check the
Snake tag.
spreadsheet to see how many people remaining are like no, never snake tag. I put that into the sign up sheet as a joke because like everyone's gonna say no, of course not. But we're getting close to the point where everyone's like, oh yeah, let's go for it.
Right on. Okay, well, thanks again. Really appreciate you guys hosting the tournaments. These things are always so fun, and the Restream team for making it so much even more fun racing and commentating, and I love watching these back. So yeah, thanks very much to the community and the team. Appreciate it, and
Yeah,
have a
thanks for
great
running
night.
for us. Yeah, you too.
Absolutely, anytime.
Have a good night.
Yeah, so thanks Derek for restreaming. Thanks the runners for running. Thank you Softnum for commentating with me. Thank you chat for being a cool chat. And like we've said multiple times, we'll be back in 55 minutes, but we're going to call it for now. Okay, bye.